IPOB members and the Biafrans who want their freedom. The moment you forget that the enemy we are faced with is a hydra-headed monster.
Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all. I greet you according to your time. Alright guys, today we are going to be watching another new episode together. Meanwhile, before we go into that, I would like to invite you, please, if you know today is your first time coming across this channel, put on the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you will be notified anytime we post a new video like this. And to all my returning subscribers, thank you. And to my new subscribers, I officially welcome you to Favorite News TV. Thanks for coming around, guys. I do appreciate every one of you. All right, guys, today we are going to be watching this video together. We do react to some of our video as well. On this channel, we talk about news, politics, and every other things that are going on in that country called Nigeria. Yes, my Nigeria. All right, guys, let's dip into the video and watch the video together. Meanwhile, if you know that you like what you are seeing, please do wait to give us a thumbs up. And when you do give us thumbs up,
Biafrans who want their freedom. The moment you forget that the enemy we are faced with is a hydra-headed monster that we are confronting with the IPOB. The moment you forget that, then you become useless to our struggle. You become a different thing in our struggle. You start fighting against the thing that you believe in, that you are fighting for. What do I mean? Look, Nnamdi Kanu's message for 2021, IPOB agenda for 2021, when you heard it from Nnamdi Kanu, you heard him, is eternal cleansing. Because for us to win our external enemies, we must first of all defeat the internal ones. Whether you like it or not, we have eternal enemies. You cannot change that. Even at the point of our winning, we still have eternal enemies. Now, let me tell you, what we are doing now that you think is gossip is actually our line of focus this year. Eternal cleansing. And what is eternal cleansing? It is defeating those who are your eternal enemies, those who claim that they are with you, but they are not with you. And for us to win these external enemies, we must defeat them. Because if we cannot defeat the eternal enemies, they are the only weapon. The internal enemies are the weapons of the external enemies. That is why when you want to launch out to go and fight your enemies, you first of all do what? Fight those inside first. Because once you are able to disarm your enemy from within, then they no longer know where you are headed. And you will take them off and you will defeat them. Now, let me tell you what is going on. In this fight that we are in, the zoo is a hydra-headed monster that we have to defeat. Why are they hydra-headed? The zoo is hydra-headed because the zoo can recruit some people who will be speaking and sounding like like they are with us, that like what we are doing, they are among us. Then you don't know that it is the zoo that recruited them, for them to activate their function and their effectiveness at the time when it is necessary and needed. Now it is the time that their duty is necessary and needed. Now they have activated their own mission. You not knowing that these people have mission, you will follow them to push yourself off the track. You don't actually know that it is a zoo that installed the person, that he is the one that tipped the zoo off, that I can only be effective in this job if you keep this man incommunicado. If you kidnap Nnamdi Kanu and rendition him and keep him incommunicado, that is when I can occupy the space and be able to do what? And be able to deliver my own effect. Because anything I say now, if I talk against them now, when Nnamdi Kanu is there with them, they will not be able to listen to me, because Nnamdi Kanu will tell them exactly what they want to hear, and they will not listen to me. But what you have to do for me is to take Nnamdi Kanu out of sin. I will confuse his followers. that he is not the one leading them. I will confuse his followers that I am better than those that he kept, that he's working with to free him. I will confuse his followers that what they already know is no longer what there is. So therefore, I will be more effective when Nnamdi Kanu is renditioned and kept incommunicado, so that they can profit at this moment. So then when they are profiting now, and you come because you don't understand how hydra-headed our enemy, which is the zoo, is, how much vast they can go, what they can do to install their own, their spy among us, to begin to be, fomenting trouble, making you think that they belong to what we are doing. So I want you to know that this is why this year's focus is to identify them and read them off before we march. This year is not a year of marching. Let me tell you, those who are running faster than their shadow, and this year is running out, they are beginning to unravel themselves, not knowing that they are serving the purpose of this year's agenda. The IPOB agenda this year is internal cleansing. Imagine they can even broadcasted it on the radio Biafra, and many of you listened to that broadcast and you heard him say it. So when I am telling it to you now, I am not making it up. I am carrying on with my job. When I'm telling you that this person you are listening to, this person you are liking his program and sharing and telling him that he's getting it better, he is doing well, he is so powerful, he is so wonderful to you, that this is my own job to tell you that this person is an enemy of our struggle. But you will not believe it, because you don't know that this year is our year of internal cleansing, to be able to defeat our external enemies. Because the zoo has already recruited them. And now what are they doing? What are they doing? They are sending indirect message of hope to Fulani, to make them think, because Fulani have given up, that they have lost. But what they are doing now is to tell the Fulanis that they still stand a chance, that this is a losing for us, that the defeat, we have defeated them, that it is not defeat, that they can convince you, the Biafrans, that IPOB has not defeated this battle. So they are giving Fulani message of hope. That is what that person you are liking his program, telling him that he's filling the gap. He's giving Fulani hope that we cannot defeat them, that we are not getting that result, that Fulani should not give up in their fight against us. So when Fulani want to give up, they will rush to their program and begin to give Fulani hope that we are not getting it right, that we are losing this war, that our people are no longer with us, that this, that. Okay, our people are with you. Okay, command them to do something now. You cannot command them. Let me tell you that it is an indirect message of hope to Fulani, and he knows, Fulani knows Fulani is, because he will communicate with Fulani in secret. To you, that thing he's saying is distracting you, confusing you, knocking you off the track. But to us, but to Fulani knows exactly the message he is passing, because they have already communicated in the secret. And he told them, I am going to say this. And when you hear this, know that this is what it means. And be reading my comment. When you see that they are following up in what I'm saying, you know that they still don't believe that they have won you. So you still stand a chance to keep fighting Biafrans, Fulani. That is the indirect message of hope. That some people, you are liking their program on social media. That is the message they are passing. They are not passing a message because they want to make you happy only. They want to confuse you and give Fulani hope that we still have a long way to go. That Biafrans have not believed that they have defeated the Fulanis. But only the IPOB members knows that we have defeated the Fulanis. So, my people, I want you to know when our enemies, the zoo that we are fighting, I want you to know how much resources they have at their disposal to pay some people, to sponsor them, to come and confuse you and make you to begin to, no longer recognize some things you already know. Why I'm telling you this thing now is because I am seeing the madness that is going on social media, and I have come to address it. Because some people think that they are allowed, they have an opportunity, they are employed by the zoo to be talking to you. They have every equipment, every gadget they need in their studio. They can be able to, get a wider reach, and then they begin to foment trouble and begin to sow the seed of confusion. And now, let me tell you what is going on. We, the IPOB, we are already down. We fear no fall. So that is why when we retreat, we know that whether we retreat or we don't retreat, we will still win. So we are the ones that are down. The people who called us are the ones who don't want to be down. So they have a lot to lose when they disappoint us. So everything is in our advantage. That they called us to listen, we listen to them. It does not mean that we have already surrendered. What it means is that for us to stop what we are doing, you must do this thing we have told you to do. You have seen what we can do now. Now we are listening to you. If you don't do exactly what we are doing, then we'll go back to what we were doing before. And we can no longer listen to you again. And we will intensify and make life even more miserable for you. That is, it is now in the interest of our enemies to negotiate, to come to reason with what IPOB is saying. Because what we are seeing on social media today is people who are recruited by the government to come on social media to give the government opportunity, to give them, a false sense that they still have a chance to, to fight on, because some people are still confused. And all those people who are believing them and following them, it means that they are still confused in what we are doing. So if such number of people can be confused with their fake account, we know that many of them, one person can have 10 accounts, log in, come and comment, log out, log in again, comment, log out. We know all that game. And then when they give when these government recruits give you that false hope that there are many people who are still who don't still believe that they have won this battle, they will come out and begin to issue threats. They will come out and begin to tell you that they are forging ahead, that it is Nigeria, that they are moving ahead. Didn't you see what happened in Anambra election yesterday? Didn't you see? It is a sign of victory for Biafra. We don't need to, all this while they have been telling you that we are holding gun in your head to make you do what you do. Who had gun in your head and you did not come out to vote? It's a sign of victory. These things are signs that IPOB have won. But the mischief makers will come to social media to give you force, to give their recruits, their employers, the false sense that Biafran can still be confused, that they are still confused, that they have not recognized that they have already won their battle. So that is what our brother, not my brother, that guy you are following, listening to, is doing, but you don't know it. That is the indirect message of hope that Simon Ekpa gives the Fulanis. An indirect message of hope that they should fight on, that Biafrans have not accepted that they have won, that they don't know that they have already defeated the Fulanis. But we, the IPOB, know that we have already defeated the Fulanis, because there is no longer any strategy that the Fulanis can bring now to kill us, and they will succeed. If we call for a sit at home and they lay an ambush on us on that sit at home, we will simply call off that sit at home, and then we will still go, our people will still go ahead and sit at home. It is also defeating to Fulani agenda. So if they carry out that thing they have come to carry out in our land, it means that they will reveal themselves as what we call them. So they will now sheathe their sword. You understand? They will not shoot their sword. What made you think that they did not kill a lot of people on that election day? Because they know we have called off the election, and the whole world have had it. So they will now, mend their ways of how to do things, because they know that now the IPOB has already exonerated themselves. The world will know that it is them actually fomenting the trouble. And we are waiting for them. That election they came to conduct, did they succeed? The answer is no. They did not succeed. That election will end in chaos. I'm telling you, it will end in chaos and in instability. Now, I've told you that he who is down fears no fall. We, the IPOB, we are the ordinary people, the downtrodden, those who the zoo have made our lives a misery. So we have now picked up our race. We have now picked up from our fall, from our, our ground to get up. So that is why we no longer fear fall. That thing that the zoo think that if they do, it will be bringing them down. We know that if we do it, we are just rising. So there is nothing we cannot do. That is why we are dangerous. But the zoo will not know it. The confusionists now are confused. Those who have come to confuse you, they are now confused in our game because we have surprised them. They no longer know the angle where IPOB is coming from and what we are doing in IPOB. So now their confusion now is that the Fulani that they are serving have been beaten in a game that they themselves predicted, gave Fulani hope that they should go ahead and do that thing they plan to do in our land, that they will be supporting our people for them to be able to achieve their aim. And then when we retreated, when our leaders, DOS, Nnamdi Kanu, retreated from that very strategy of Fulani, they are the ones who are penned, because the Fulani will call them and tell them that you deceived us. Why did you deceive us? You knew that they were going to call off this thing and you deceived us. For them to prove their point that they did not deceive Fulani, they will rush to social media and tell the DOS that they have failed, Biafrans, that this, that. You don't know that they are trying to cover their acts, that the tip-off they gave the Fulani was like an ambush for Fulani. So when they were cut off, because Fulani thought that Fulani will blame them, even though Fulani knows that they were also tipped off, that their own recruit, their agents were also tipped off. But for them to give to Fulani that they are still potent, that the agreement is still active and working, the Fulani, they will now come on social media and begin to blame the IPOB, blame the leadership, tell them that they have failed, that they don't know how to do it, that they have killed the struggle, that they have sold out. Okay, if the DOS is sold out, let you that is not sold out now you know the right thing to do. Go and do it. You that know the right thing to do, go ahead and do it. Or will you also accuse the DOS of selling the struggle and also blocking you from going to get your freedom? That is how ridiculous it is, because they are serving a different master, but paying you a lip service and a lip support. Because in their own claim to make the Fulanis, to validate their potency and their importance of their position they are holding for Fulanis, in representing Fulani, but you think they are representing Biafra. So what they will do is that they will rush to social media and begin to tell you that, oh my God, I want Biafra so much. This Biafra, we want it today. You are killing it. This giving order front and back is you give order today, you call it off. That means you don't want Biafra. You have sold Biafra. But you that want Biafra so much, you could not leave that country where you are to come home and fight. You gave a letter to your president. You have not given us feedback of what your president told you. You have not given the feedback to us. The Biafra one that you told us that the president will give us, he has not given it to us. We are still waiting. You have not done that. Then come back home now and fight and get to the Biafra so that you can live in the Biafra you are fighting for now. You cannot come back. You are just there, making people to believe that you know the way to our freedom. But it is only because the only way you know to our freedom is to make the Fulani, give the Fulanis false sense of reason that you are important in this agitation. That when you tell our people that you know a way to their freedom, then they will follow you. Then Fulani will be happy. Because the only people that celebrate you is the Fulanis. That is why the Fulanis allow everything you said, every message you say on your program, on your platform, Fulani will report it. If you say free Nnamdi Kanu now, or there will no longer be election, Sahara Reporters, Vanguard News, Legit, Premier, all these stupid Gotham Media newspapers will report that thing that Simon Ekpa said. Have you noticed something now? When they report, they say, Nnamdi Kanu disciple. Have you noticed something that after we shut out, after IPOB did internal cleansing and removed those of people who we gave important positions in IPOB, but we did not know that they were moves. When everything we do in IPOB, they pass it to their media man. Their media man is the one that the zoo is raising his status, making you think that he is so important. Everything he said, they will report it, marketing him indirectly because they know the agreement they have with the Fulanis. Then when they market everything, their agent says on his platform, you as a Biafran, you will think that the person is strong representing you. You don't know that it is the people who are working with them that controls the media. that makes him to report everything they say. So even Uchemefo, that was our deputy, how many times did you see the zoo, when Uchemefo was our deputy, how many times did you see the zoo report what Uchemefo said? Uchemefo, the Mazen and the Kanu second in command, said this, did that. But someone who does not hold any position in IPOB, if he cough, they will report it on their media. This is for the intelligent and expensive minds to understand where I'm driving at. Now, because the zoo, the Fulani in their infinite strategy, as the strategy they have, Fulani strategy, is that they want to present to you a fake leader, someone who will present that is with you. They will be praising him on their media. Then he will be getting information from the people in higher authority in IPOB. Then when IPOB leadership in their intel discovered these people who are in high positions of IPOB that are sabotaging anything that we discuss in IPOB in their meeting of how to carry our people on to victory, they will leak it. They will send it to their media man. That their media man you are sharing, you think he knows what we are doing. You come, you will be bragging. We are going to do this. We are going to do that. You don't know that it is from the information he got from IPOB that is giving you that hope. For you to think that he knows where we are headed. For you to think that he is among what we are doing. For you to believe and think that he is with us. You don't know that they are moles. So when IPOB sacked all those line of group of people that were, giving him that information, that are in cahoot with him, when we cut them off, he became frustrated. He became blind. He stopped knowing where we are headed. He stopped getting the tips he was getting before of what we are going to do and how we are going to do about it. It is sabotage to give him that information, mind you. But the leadership still had people who are in position of authority giving that information to him anonymously. Now, after cutting those group of people off, he is now confused. That is, the confusionists are confused. Now he is confused. So all he will do now is that he will launch an open attack. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu comes out, he will face Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Now it is the DOS that you are seeing, because he wants you to stop listening to the DOS. That is the game. Once you stop listening to DOS, you have stopped listening to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You understand? So their target now is to get you, how to get you. This is their chest. The thing on their table now is how to get you to stop listening to the DOS. You understand? So that you can listen to them, and then they will deliver you to the hand of the Fulanis. Because the Fulani know that they are their game, and what the Fulani, why they stopped reporting their news is because the Fulani think that they have lost in that job they sent them to go and do. They stopped reporting what that your disciple, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu disciple, always say every time. Anything he says, free Mazen Nnamdi Kanu now, or we are going to do this, we are going to do that. The zoo will report it on their media, giving him false publicity. Because he doesn't hold any position to have any weight in his own saying to make the zoo to report whatever he says. So that is how to decode a person that is being falsely, a spy. They will be projecting that spy for you to think that the spy is your safe haven, so that when you run to that spy, they will cut you off because it is an ambush. So the zoo have set you an ambush. So now that their ambush have been cut off from IPOB, cut off from any information, anything that will make him get information from what we are doing, it has been all cut off and shut down. So what he will do now is that he will be launch any decision DOS make. When we call for 5 days sit at home, he did not come on his platform immediately to tell people that they must sit at home. We support it. He said that they are all buffoons. They called Master all sorts of names, that they don't have brain, they don't have this, they don't have that. After that, when that day was coming up, they were looking for people's reaction on social media. That is what I'm telling you. That they are using your emotion. Your emotion now on social media is the strategy of the zoo. Let me tell you now. You as a Biafran, the strategy of the zoo now is based on your emotion. Now, when you go to social media, that time that the DOS, go and watch this person, the disciples' previous broadcast, that day that the DOS announced the 5 days sit at home. That day was the day he came to accuse and abuse the DOS, calling them that they are calling Umuada Highway, that they are incompetent, that their incompetence is smelling. Go back now. That was that same day that the DOS made this announcement of 5 days sit at home. But they gave it time to see the Biafran's reaction. And even that the Biafrans kicked against that sit at home, he will base his own broadcast on rejection of that sit at home. But because he has seen that the Biafrans are in line and working and preparing themselves for that 5 days sit at home in our land, because they are emotionally attached and they are connected to what we are doing. So he wants to exploit it. They are very, very clever. Don't get me wrong, though. They are clever. So what he did was to wait out the moment. Then he started supporting. Fake support. You understand? He started faking his support of that 5 days sit at home. You understand? So when he came, at that time, the Fulani have already given him signal what they are going to do with that sit at home, that he must make sure that he champion it for it not to fail, so that they can be able to accomplish what they have planned in our land. Because the soldiers they brought in, they knew that you as a Biafran is going to sit at home on that very day of election. They did not bring that soldier. I said it yesterday. They did not bring that soldier to come and drag you out of your house. No. They brought that soldier so that when you capitalize on that sit at home, they will shoot at the people who they brought, the prisoners they brought, to make them fake that they are eligible voters. They will come there and they shoot at them. When they shoot at these people, you that is at home is no longer safe. It will give them right, that armies, because the zoo, that army they bring, it is now almost every house. We have every house in Anambra State. We have, let's say, 5 soldiers with AK-47. They can run down a house. You understand? A house of armless people. They will come to your compound and shoot at you, because they will say that you are Biafrans and you shot at. They will have a reason for shooting you in your house. So what did the DOS do? Because they know that if we continue with this sit at home, you that is sitting at home will no longer limit you from being killed and being shot at by the zoo. They just want to give a reason why they can kill you in your house when you sit at home. And then the DOS cut them off from that very plan they made. Simon Ekpa got angry. Nnamdi Kanu got angry. And they begin to see the reaction of our people who are emotionally attached to what we are doing. But they want Biafra. Wanting something, knowing what you want is different from knowing how to get it. Do you understand? These are the two things that many people don't understand. You know what you want to, but you don't know how to get it. Otherwise, all of us would have been billionaires, trillionaires. We know we want money, but how to get the money is what we don't know. And we are working every day to make sure that we get the money. So now, these idiots have come because we have beat them in their game. It is checkmate for him. He doesn't want to quit. You understand? He needs a first take. He doesn't want to quit in that chess. He come out. Because everything we do now, he will use it as a weapon, serving his masters. What is my job? My job here is to untangle the lies and the deception in his preaching, and the kind of how the double standard is having in this. You understand? Because if someone have your interest at heart, he will never support anything that will come to kill you. But instead, he wants to turn those who protected you from being killed against you, to tell you that they don't want you, they don't wish you well. Exactly the position of our politicians. Because for them to bring IPOB down, they have to tell you that IPOB is a monster. But with what is happening on ground, you will see that IPOBs are the angels, but they are the monsters. So this is exactly what this fellow is trying to play here. The game he's playing here is to turn you against the freedom fighting that we are all in. All of us are pursuing this freedom with our genuine heart, volunteered ourselves. But the person you are listening to is not volunteered. He is hired and he is on salary just to get you confused. That is their salary. They are doing their job. Once you listen to them, you are giving them that, you are making them perfect in that their field, in that their profession. And they can even start tomorrow to increase their salaries. Because the Fulanis wants to give up. He told them, no, don't give up yet. Because they are showing sign of weakness. He said that he said that making decisions that will protect the lives of our people at home is a weakness. But he does not know that saving the life of our people will give us the strength to win tomorrow. Because when they kill you today, the soldiers would have become tomorrow. We would have averted it. But now that they did not kill you, you are now a soldier in Biafran squad. but they are telling you that it is weakness. What is weakness in preserving the life of your soldiers? Because once they shoot at voters, eligible voters, all of you that are telling us, those ineligible voters, convicts that they brought into our land, once they come there and kill and shoot at them in our land, you say that you are not an IPOB member, but you are a Biafran, right? That is the something that the zoo knows. The zoo know that you are not an IPOB member, but you are a Biafran. You are sympathetic to our cause one way or the other. So when they are shooting, they are not going to ask you whether you are a member of IPOB or you are not. They will still shoot them to kill you. The bullet they use for us is different. What they use for Biafrans, the bullet they use for Biafrans are anti-aircraft bullets. That is not the bullet you use to shoot a human being. It is against the rules of engagement. The bullets you use to shoot at people, even in war, you have limitations. Do you understand? But these people, they don't have limit. You saw what the kind of chain bullet they used at Togo. That is anti-aircraft bullets that they were shooting at people. That means once it hit anybody, you cannot be cured. You cannot be saved. You will die. That's why when they hit you in the head, the brain will open up, because the bullet is not what was meant to be used for you, but they are using it on you because they hate you. They don't want you to survive. And then the DOS, in their infinite wisdom, did what? Aborted that mission for them. And the Nnamdi Kanu's disciple was tipped off and cut off. Then he is so upset. He is so angry that Nnamdi Kanu has defeated him in his own game. Calling Nnamdi Kanu his disciple is a smart name. Why is Nnamdi Kanu disciple a smart name? It is a smart name because it will make the Fulanese think that he is closer to Nnamdi Kanu than anything else. So therefore, he can be able to carry the mantle and do that job and deliver that job that they want him to deliver. It's a crafty name. That is, I'm from this time onwards, I'm going to begin to untangle the codes in their coded names that they answer in IPOB. When someone is Nnamdi Kanu's disciple, it means that he is closer to Nnamdi Kanu than anyone else. It will make you to think that they are closer to Nnamdi Kanu than the DOS that does not have any of their name attached to Nnamdi Kanu. So, but a disciple of Nnamdi Kanu, to an ordinary man, to a lay person, a disciple to Nnamdi Kanu knows Nnamdi Kanu more than a DOS. You are confused stuff. I know that I'm busting your axe, but you don't want to admit it. It's a Chuku Friday, Ndubisi. If I am confused, then tell me my confusion. Let me retrieve my steps, because I'm not one of those foolish people who wants to be happy in their wrong. But the problem is that you are not going to defend this. You are confused. Please stop. You cannot defend it. So now, when they answer Nnamdi Kanu's disciples, what it means is that they know Nnamdi Kanu more than anyone else. That is why they have Nnamdi Kanu name attached to their own position. They think it's a position in IPOB to be Nnamdi Kanu disciple. An ordinary man would think that it is a position to be Nnamdi Kanu disciple. But the people who recruited them knows the meaning of that name. And I want you to know that what we do every blessed day is we think in IPOB. When things happen, we ask ourselves, why did this happen? Why did it not happen this way? So that where did this come from? So that we can be able to tackle a problem. The 3 questions you use to solve problems all over the world is where, why, and how. 3 questions. Only 3 questions they use to solve the problems of this world. Where, why, and how. You understand? So, so when I begin to talk about what I have seen, my observation, many of you think that when you are broadcasting, many people who come to listen to you, You think that they are listening to you because what you are saying is making sense to them. They want to understand your aim and what you are doing, why you are saying what you are saying, what is the best reason why you will say this, what is the worst reason why you are saying this or doing this or doing that. That is what when some of you have 1,000 viewers, but at the end of the day, 1,000 people watching you or 20,000 people watching you, at the end of the day, you will see less than 2,000 comments. If everybody that watched that day commented, how come it is only 2K comments you see on your comment section? It means that it's not everybody that came there to believe or to comment on what you are doing. They actually came to know what exactly it is you are talking about and why you are saying what you are saying and what you are exactly doing. So when they understand these kind of things you are doing and what you are saying, they will begin to analyze, why are you saying this, why are you doing this, where are you coming from? You understand? So all these things that I am telling you now is because of my observation. I was watching him because of that. I want to find out why he's saying what he's saying. Is he genuine? Is it real? Or is it fake? But it is funny that even those people who are supporting him knows that he is fake, but they are masking their ignorance. If you Ndubisi Ezechuku Friday Ndubisi, if you don't know that he is fake, why are you no longer sending him super chat every day? When he was not busted, you were sending him super chat. Why are you no longer sending him that you are super chatting? If you think that we are lying, if you actually believe that we are lying, why are you no longer sending him super chat? I know you might rush now to guys send him super chat, but you know that it is because of this my broadcast that you are going to do it to prove me wrong. But you know that I am right. So I want you to know that when we are in IPOB, what we did in IPOB in these years that we have stayed in IPOB, we used it to learn. We used it to know how to solve problem. Solving problem was what our forte. Forte simply means, the spelling of forte is F-O-R-T-E. Forte. Our field is to learn how to solve problem. That's why we came in IPOB. And that is why when you talk out of line, IPOB members will reject you. Because they know you have not come to solve problem. Otherwise, tell me that Nnamdi Kanu disciple is doing a lot of good job. Let me ask you, IPOB have a problem now, right? Which IPOB problem has he solved all this while? He have been doing that good job. Tell me one problem that IPOB is facing that he solved. Instead, Nnamdi Kanu disciple is compounding IPOB problems, even creating more problems. But you don't want to listen to it because it is the bitter truth. Yesterday I told you people that now waiting all of you know like now I want to the talk now. The bitter truth where all of you know want. Now I want to the talk now. So when I am telling you that bitter truth, you must not be you must not be selective in reasoning, because you are listening to him because you think he's speaking the truth. Now I am speaking the truth, you don't want to listen to me. That is called selective reasoning and selective judgment. You understand? So that makes you the demon, not the angel you think you are. Because you think you love truth. You know that what I'm telling you now is the truth. So they are all confusionists and they are not confused in our game. Instead of them to admit that they are confused and ask questions, where do we go from here? They did not ask where do we go from here. All they did was to rush to confuse you. Most of you who are also confused, they will rush their handle and confuse you. Once they confuse you, you knock yourself off our track and off our chart. That's why when I told you yesterday that gossip can only bring you down in IPOB. Once you try to know everything in IPOB, the only thing you will know is the exit door. That is how IPOB is structured. Once you begin to dig deep into IPOB, to know everything in IPOB, the only thing that awaits you is the exit door. That thing you are looking for, you are searching for to know everything. That everything will lead you to exit door. Once you start digging to know everything that IPOB is doing, where you are heading to is the exit door. If you don't know that, many don't know it. Even though they have seen that many tried, and they were all shown the exit door. but see, many are still falling into it. It is just like the road that leads to hellfire. You see that this person marched through this road, he did not return. You saw that road, you still went there, you still followed that road. The person that trended that path, trended and he did not return. You claim that you are smart, you are intelligent, you are so smart. You saw that the person that went through that road did not return. You are following the same road. It is foolishness. Retrace your steps for you to survive. If you were genuine, you would have taken correction. But because you are not genuine, once you take correction, you'll be busted. So you insisted. You started giving, instead you went on to start giving the people who employed you hope that you still stand a chance to win. That you can confuse people. Because Nnamdi Kanu is not yet out. You gave the zoo from that day till Friday, or you will resign in IPOB for them to bring Nnamdi Kanu. If they bring Nnamdi Kanu out to correctional center, you will surrender Biafra agitation, because you knew that they were not going to do it. And you knew that if they do it, anything you say in IPOB, your purpose will be defeated. It's double, using one stone to kill two birds. In whichever way you win. That is the option we have left for Fulanis. That's your game you think you're playing. We know it better. The only option we left for Fulanis, when Nnamdi Kanu say it, many of you don't believe him. Whatever Fulani do, we win. No matter how many they import, they recruit, we will win. IPOB will win. It's a devil's alternative. Whichever option you choose. The only thing is that there is an option Fulani can choose. We will record a lot of casualties. But we want to minimize casualties in this our freedom fighting. That is why when we do the things we do all this while. That is why when you see things we do, sometimes we do it the way you like. Sometimes we don't do it the way we like. Because we don't want you to become a casualty. We don't want to make you a victim before we can accomplish this. Because we know that there are many of you who don't understand what we are doing in IPOB. You are not in IPOB. Even maybe you are fighting against IPOB. But when Biafra comes, what you know, we take Biafra forward. We respect. What we want is human resources, not natural resources. Because human resources is the most important and the most delicate aspect of our freedom pursuit in this freedom. So it doesn't matter whether you support what we are doing or not. We will still save you. Because we know in our Biafra, we want you to be there. Because we will give you an environment for your ingenuity, for your brain to flourish. You understand? For the kind of your own gift to flourish, we know that every Biafran have gift as an individual, not natural resources, so, but with their brain. If the person cannot read, the person can walk. If the person cannot walk, the person can play football or do all. The only people in Africa that can do all sports in Africa are Biafrans. Once we get Biafra, all the sports of the world that is not in Africa, you will begin to see it in Africa. Only Biafrans. And they will be setting the pace. We have all the talent. Don't because somebody don't know how to speak English, you think that the person is a fool. Don't because your coordinator in your unit, in your zone, doesn't know how to speak English, or that he don't know how to express himself, you think he is not gifted. He is gifted. He is very much gifted. That leadership is handling. If you handle it, you will know that it is not easy. So anywhere you see any leader in IPOB, even no matter how small you think he is, respect that leader, because there is a gift in him. No matter how you think he is not good, there is a gift he has in him. So that is why all of you that are castigating us, and even though that if we follow your sheepish strategy, thinking that our struggle is only limited to sit at home. Okay, let me ask you. Those people who are telling that if you don't sit at home means that we have betrayed the struggle. So ask them, if the zoo finds a way to stop us from sitting at home, does it mean we will stop agitating? Is it everybody that got their freedom that you sit at home? The answer is no. Okay, what if you continue sitting at home and you did not get Biafra? What then would you do? What other option do you have? But they will want to condition your mind to center that if you don't sit at home, you will no longer get our freedom. All the countries of the world, there are countries that got their freedom without even having having governors and presidents from their own region. Still, they proceeded, they got their freedom. Then why will a person tell us that if we did not vote, it means that we have shown the Biafra struggle? Tell me, when Nnamdi Kanu was released in 2015, was there any election that was held for that we boycotted for them to free Nnamdi Kanu? My people, let us put all these things into perspective. Let us begin to use practical things. So let us not become sheepish like the zoo people. All these things that these people are trying to condition your mind. It was a strategy we tried to use. The zoo mastered it and wanted to beat us in that game. We retreated. So that if they play that their card, they will be defeated also. I told you that whatever option, what IPOB is setting for the zoo is devil's alternative. Always devil's alternative. Now, the zoo mastered our strategy. How did they master it? They sent in over 40,000 armed military men in our land. They are not just limited to Anambra. They have already led ambush in every state, waiting for the signal to start shooting, rampage, and they will start shooting. What they needed to do was to shoot at their prisoners that will stand in the polling unit. They will shoot at all of them. And then it will give them reason. Everywhere they are, they will start going house to house, shooting you in your house. That was their only option they have chosen on that day. And luckily for you, in the infinite wisdom of DOS, for them not to defeat us in this sit at home, so that when we come for sit at home again, people will know that people will think that they are no longer safe once they stay at home. The DOS called it off, so that the zoo will not meet us in that our game and defeat us in it. Because if we did not leave that sit at home, they will defeat us in that our sit at home. So, and when they defeat us, it means that they will start going house to house, arresting, killing people. When they kill you in your house, they will have reason. They will say you are disrupting democratic process. And that name alone makes us lose sympathy we have now. Whether you like it or not, yes, they hate us, they do all this, but we still have sympathy from them because they have not seen any reason to condemn us to death. They hate us, but they have not. Just like Pontius Pilate, he hated Jesus, but he did not see any reason to hang Jesus. So he was looking for a reason, and he came out to ask the people. If he wanted to transfer the sin of Barnabas to Jesus for him to be able to kill Jesus. So I want to put these things for you to understand it. Then the people chose Barnabas, the sinner, and then the Silas the Pontius Pilate had to transfer the sin of Barnabas on Jesus for them to be able to kill him. They had something against him. If you don't know, many of you don't understand that Bible verse, but I'm using it now to teach. I'm not a pastor, but because I understood that Bible verse, that place where they told you, some of you think that Pontius Pilate came to ask, we have Barnabas, we have Jesus, who do you want us to release for you? It means that for you to accept Barnabas, it means that sin of Barnabas will be transferred to Jesus that did not do anything. If you would have chosen leave Jesus for us, it would have been the sin of Barnabas would have been on Barnabas. But for you to kill Jesus, for you to kill Jesus, that sin of Barnabas will have to go for Jesus, because the sin of Barnabas deserved death, and Barnabas used Jesus for atonement. It is called atonement in the biblical aspect. Then he transferred his sin to Jesus and condemned Jesus to die on the behalf of the sin he committed. Many of you did not understand that Bible verse. That is exactly what the zoo have come to do with what we are doing. Because when they shoot at these people, the sin of those people who shot at them will be transferred on you, the people staying at home. And they will raid your homes. They will kill you. Simon Ekpa cannot save you. Simon Ekpa will still rush back to blame us, to blame the DOS, and tell them, since they know that this was what was going to happen, why didn't they call it off? Why you are not seeing him condemn us for not calling sit at home off now is because we have already called the sit at home off. And the result of what would have happened, he did not see it. So he is not condemned. If we did not call off the sit at home, then the thing that will happen happens. Simon Ekpa will rush to his page and tell you that the DOS, since you know that these people will kill our people, why didn't you call that sit at home off? And you that is praising him now for telling you that the DOS would have not called off the sit at home, you will be telling that yes, that the DOS is leading us to death. You understand? But you only have The people, some of you that will remain will be the one to believe that, but you only have the voice now to say such thing because they have not killed you, because they did not kill you. So when we are moving ahead in this struggle, don't let fools confuse you. In your winning strategy, they will make it look. That is how our enemies. That is called war propaganda. Your enemy, even when you are beating them, they will still say that you are not winning them. But the zoo knows that we are winning them. So when they come to chip that lies, it's because ask yourself, if the negative aspect of what the DOS saw and call of this sit at home happened, what do you think will be the position of Simon Eber? All he needed to do was to go and remove that disciple he used to put on Nnamdi Kanu. And when you trace him, he's not a member of IPOB. So you cannot arrest him if IPOB is designated terrorist organization all over the world, because he's not a member. But when IPOB plays safe, he will tell us why we should not play. If we think that IPOB can do it anyhow, why did he not join IPOB? To come and tell us to do it anyhow. Common sense is no longer common. When your enemy starts supporting you, know that something is wrong. Ask him, why did he love IPOB so much? But he could not join IPOB in his own unit. Instead, he had to condemn his unit coordinator to make him a reason why he did not join IPOB, forgetting that he himself can form a unit in his own house, and then he will be inaugurated, and he will be the coordinator of his own unit. If he's doing it well, we will recognize him and pray, and then give him recognition. If you fall off, we can be able to suspend him. But he did not join IPOB. But he will tell you that designated IPOB a terrorist organization globally. There is nothing wrong with it, because he's not a member of IPOB. All he had to do is to erase that Nnamdi Kanu disciple. One night broadcast is enough for him to exonerate himself. But is one night broadcast enough for you to exonerate yourself? It is not, as an IPOB member. So my people, let us know when they are working on our mind. Let us know when our enemies are fighting against us from within. That is why Nnamdi Kanu told you that our this year's focus is internal cleansing. You had that message, but you did not interpret it. You did not understand it. You did not believe it. You don't actually know that internal cleansing Nnamdi Kanu meant is what I'm doing now. Because once we defeat that internal enemy, those ones that they installed, then we have disarmed our enemies. And the zoo, why the zoo is yielding to our demand now, everybody knows that the zoo is yielding. I'm not going to hide it, because they are yielding. Even if they like, let them not yield. They will face more harsher this thing. So they are yielding. Why they are yielding is because they have seen that all their internal enemies have been, all the people they have installed in us have all been cut off, including Ojuzokalo. Ojuzokalo has been cut off. The governors, the stooges have been cut off. We are leading all these people. IPOB is the leader, is leading the governors now. So every decision they will make now, they will consider IPOB position. Whether you like it or not, that rubbish that Umahi is writing. Every decision he will make in our land, now you will consider IPOB position. What will be IPOB position in this? Because he himself knows that if he brings in something that is against our program, no matter how small, little or small, we will destabilize it. No matter how big or small, we will destabilize it. So please, let us reason along. Let us know. Let us reason along the line with the DOS. Let us understand that they can never ever lead us. Even it is even better it is easier for you to lead us astray than the DOS. Let me tell you, many people, why I condone a lot of people that are castigating the DOS is because they don't know what the DOS is. They don't know what it is. They don't know who they are. And they don't know their position. They can know that it is Directorate of State, but they don't know what is the DOS. So when I come here to tell you what is going on, it's not because it is not out of malice. It is with what it is. I'm just interpreting events and what has happened. What is going on before your eyes. But you cannot see it because you think you want this person to be an angel, because your heart is pure. That the cleanliness of your heart in what we are doing is what they are exploiting. you are also a strategy for the zoo. That is why they were able to install these people to do this thing they are doing at this moment. Because they know that your emotion is also a stronger weapon. Many of you don't know that your emotion and your reaction on Facebook is a stronger weapon for the zoo. Do you know that? Do you know that your emotion and reaction on social media is now a strategy for the zoo? But what you have to ask yourself is, how can the zoo harvest that your emotion and put it into practice to destabilize what we are doing? The zoo can, a Fulani man come to tell you that it was wrong for us to call us sit at home. You cannot listen to him because you know he's against you. So what they have to do is that they have to recruit one of you to come and be sounding like they are with you when they are not with you. So when they talk, you listen to them. You understand? But they are serving Fulani. That is money of Fulani talking. The money of Fulani talking. They took Biafra to a president of their country. What is the response? Because they told us when they took the letter. That means they are waiting for, they want us to see the response. When they get the response. So how long will it take before the response comes out? So I want us to understand that in this freedom fighting, if you wake up late, this is the disadvantage. That you woke up late. This is your disadvantage now. On social media, they are controlling you, confusing you because you woke up late. You started listening to the message of salvation late. But I listened to the message of salvation and got glued to it. The first time I heard about Nnamdi Kanu in 2014, I started listening. I started understanding. I started learning. I started following up. And now you cannot come on social media to bully what we are doing, under the guise of wanting to get us that thing we have been fighting for all along, when you were condemning us, when you were believing that there is still hope for you. You cannot do that. All you have to do is, when you go to a banking hall, what do? Do you go and queue ahead of those who have been there before you? That is the importance of timing in coming into an organization. For the fact that I am able to sacrifice or to be able to meet up with time to go there and came before you, for the fact you did not meet up with time, your own reward is to stand behind me. You don't come to, double cross me. It becomes against the rules. Because there are things that happened in that bank. Even though you know that this is the bank, this is where you are banking every day. When that time I came and you were not there are things that happened in that bank that you did not see, but I saw it. Common sense is no longer common, is it? But when I say these things, you think that I'm saying it out of malice. I'm not saying it out of malice. Jealous. What am I to jealous about? That is the most ridiculous statement of a foolish person. That someone is straying from what we are doing and we are correcting him. They are telling us that we are jealous. We are actually the one that are trying to make people get jealous of him, to make him better, for you to jealous him. Now that he's failing, can't you see that there is no reasonable Igbo man that have clear conscience that will listen to him? Because he is now, you think that we are jealousing him, but you are helping him to his own downfall. You don't hold any position in IPOB. You are not important to IPOB. Only thing IPOB is doing is to carry you along, to bring you up to our standard. Because IPOB has a standard now. If we don't have standard, we would have become like the zoo people now. But for him to be with us still, we have to keep him in that our standard. Because IPOB has standard. We have class. When Nnamdi Kanu told you that we have a class, did you think he was limiting it only to himself? No. He's limiting it to all IPOB members. It's because I know IPOB class. That is why when you make a mistake in your statement on social media, I will tell you that you are not getting it. That this is not our class. And you call it jealousy, envy. For what? Jealousy for what? I cannot talk like him. All this while he was getting it right. You did not ask, why did we not jealous him? We were the ones praising him, sharing his videos, made him popular. Why didn't you see us jealous him? We did not jealous. It is now that he's getting admonition, bashing, that we will not jealous him. Can't you see that there is no sense in your reasoning? What I want you to understand is, and is not exactly, it is not, you must not expect it to happen exactly as you want it to happen. When you have won, you have already won. All of you are watching football. It is 90 minutes, yes? 90 minutes. When you score 5 goals in 70 minutes, you are not celebrating, no. But in the heart, there is a different morale in the mind of the opposition. Those who have five goals, their morale is different from that of those who have 0. Are you getting the point? In 70 minutes, in their heart, their mind, they know that they have already won this battle. But it is their whistle. They did not blow. They did not end the match. They didn't. But they know that they have already won the match. That is the stage where we are now. And anyone who is telling you that we are exhibiting weakness, let me ask you, if after giving these people a chance to see reason to what we are doing, and they come out, they betrayed in that they are, Georgia, not war, that they have engaged now. Thank you, my brother. Now, they started engaging, and they betrayed, they sabotaged this respect, because what we do now is to respect those intellectuals and the flame. All of you that we are telling us IPOB don't respect others, we are too insultive. Now you have taken that this thing from us. You have taken that badge of being too insultive, so disrespectful. You have taken it from us because you did not know why we were disrespectful then. Now we are giving them that. Now is the time for us to give them respect. We give them that respect. Once they abuse it, it is over for them. That is how IPOB operates. Now we give them that opportunity to go and negotiate, to see wisdom that they have already lost. Now we listen to them like this. We have nothing to lose. We are watching them. So when they come to betray what we are saying, do you know what it means? It means that IPOB will call for a indefinite sit at home. You will see it happen in our land, and you cannot do anything about it. Indefinite. After all, we encouraged all of you to go into farming. Nnamdi Kanu said it. All of you call him madman, foolish man. You are building a monster. You are doing this. You are doing that. Now is the time. So instead of you to get prepared of what next we are going to do, you are being confused by an inconsequential fool who doesn't know what we are doing. So when we are looking them like this, because we know what we did that brought them, we are holding the key. Now when you lock your door, someone is there at the door. You know that this person wants to enter this room, but you are holding the key. Your money is there. He coming to take your money. You are holding the key. You know that the door is locked. There is no way he can get in. What you do is just you'll be looking at him. That is all you have to do. You are holding the key, so there is no way he will make progress. They are sabotaging this moment by the elite, the intellectuals, the fluff in our land. Is a loss for them. You understand? Because the door is already locked. So all we have to do is just to swallow the key. Once we are holding it in the hand, and you are going to get the money, instead of you to approach me very well, for me to give you the key, you come to hit me. So I will just swallow this key. You will no longer enter there. So that is exactly what we have done now. So giving them this moment to listen to them is left for them to either respect themselves or disrespect themselves. When they disrespect themselves, do you know what you are going to do? They have shut up all listening lines. They have all closed it. So what we are going to do now is that we will embark on even harsher strategies that we have on board. Sit at home, we know that we use it to bring them to the table. Are we going to strike it off? The answer is no. We are the one holding sit at home like this is my sit at home now. I am holding it. Did you think that we went to listen to them and give them sit at home? Did you think we have given them sit at home? So if tomorrow now the DOS call you to sit at home, does it mean that because you objected the first sit at home, you can stop the another sit at home? Do you think you can stop it? You can't, because the people will still see reason. No matter how much you claim that the people will still see reason. All this while we have been sitting at home telling you sit at home, sit at home. What is our aim? Our aim is to get them to listen. So if we tell you that they are listening, let us, because we have already, the thing we have demanded for, they are listening to it. So therefore, what we have to do is to, stop punishing ourselves for now. And, do what? Suspend and keep our punishment on ourselves. Pend it, and be looking at them. I still have my body. I'm still ready to bear more pains, but I just pended it for the person I want to get at to, finish his mind. After doing his mind, you will still, it is your body. You can punish yourself anytime you want. Anytime you know that, because we have realized that punishing ourselves is getting at these people. So what do we have? Our bodies now, all of us are now weapons of this Biafra agitation. So sitting at home now, we are waiting for them. After we give them the sense of reasoning, we give them the respect, we make them see that they are also important to us. But why we are not listening to them is because they are a slave. They no longer think and reason like normal human beings. So when we give them that time, it is respect we accorded them. Now is their time to either open up their arms to be receiving more of our respect, or to close it to not only receive insult but punishment. Have you watched the movie they call there is not a movie, it's a series. I've forgotten the name of the series. They said someone misbehaved. They came, they kidnapped the person that misbehaved. They were drinking and they were making fun with the person they kidnapped because he's their comrade, but he sabotaged them. So they were drinking. The person asked them, "Why have you brought me here to insult me?" He said, No. You are wrong. We did not bring here to insult you. We brought here to punish you." And they killed the guy. So that is exactly what is playing out here. Once we give them that respect, this thing, what we are giving them now is respect. It is now in their hands to make us respect them more by respecting that opportunity we have given to them. But when they betray this respect we have given to them, we are going to close our door of respect and then bring punishment upon them by them knowing and seeing that the same blood that is flowing in our veins, they also have it. That once they use knife to separate our head from our neck, that their own neck can also be separated from their neck as well. That is how a reasonable people fight. That is why IPOB is disciplined. We maintain, that discipline simply means maintain rule of engagement. We know a rule of engagement. When you hear military, all of you read it on the Zoo newspaper now, that the Zoo should use rules of engagement. You did not translate that message enough. That is the same rule of engagement that IPOB is using. IPOB is maintaining our role of engagement. Our aim and ambition is to achieve Biafra peacefully. What is the meaning of peace? It's negotiation. And now that they have called for a peace talk, you say you cannot listen, but we cannot listen. But you claim that you want to get it peacefully. You don't want to war. If you want Biafra so much, you want to war, go and join BNG. They are fighting now. You cannot join them because you see that what they are doing is dead on arrival. But you come to IPOB to kill IPOB too. Do you know that IPOB is a household name now? Can you understand that IPOB? That is why you cannot use the name of IPOB to foment any trouble, to behave anyhow, to behave like a thug. It is condemning a country to a thuggish behavior. The whole world now, if I make tell me how to, educate the Biafrans. I am deceiving Biafrans. If I make, please expose that my deception. Expose it here. You are fighting now. The whole world does not approach IPOB as a group now. They approach IPOB as a country, and you want to behave like a group. That is what you are wanting to behave like, because all eyes are on IPOB now. There is a masquerade that adds artificial leg to its leg. We call it Eziga or Ezaga. It has artificial leg. It has more followers than Achiku. Achiku is the most beautiful masquerade in our land. But many people don't watch it because they have already known Achiku. You understand? So they know it's beautiful. But what they watch is that Ezaga that has artificial leg. It is not beautiful, but do you know why they are watching him? They want to see where it will fall. Because it has artificial legs. That is how the world is watching us now, to see where we are going to fall. And if we did not fall, we will earn their respect and their support, because they know whether they support us or they don't support us, we will win. So for them to gain, because everybody, before you can give anybody anything in this life, you have an ambition. Before the British, the America, the DC will support us, they will know they stand to gain something. Do you understand? And for them to hope that they are going to gain something, you have to win first for you to get that thing that they will gain from you. I don't know if you are getting my message. So if they see that we have the ability, the mental, the know-how to win, whether they support us or not, them not supporting us will be a disadvantage to them. They will support us. Am I communicating with you a clean, clear, crisp mind? That is why you cannot use the name of IPOB anyhow now. IPOB is no longer what it was in 2017, 2015. Do you know that we have been calling for sit at home all this while? But because IPOB is not what it is today, this year, that was why our sit at home did not make wave the way it did the other day. Because the only sit at home you responded to this year, the only first time you responded to sit at home on 14th of September is this year. But we have been doing sit at home from that day that Nnamdi Kanu, that year that Nnamdi Kanu house was raided. So you begin to see that IPOB is transforming from being a group to becoming a country. And you want to use the name of a country to behave anyhow. When there are other things, you can do, when there are other things you can do underneath without attaching the name of your country, can't you see that it is foolishness? When our brother, no, not my brother, honestly speaking, how many years have you voted? What is the result? Oh my God, you see? If you followed my broadcast, you will know that I'm the person that tells you that there is no reason to vote. That thing they conducted in Anambra, is it election? Is that election to you? I have been campaigning that there should be an election. Look at your reason now. How many years have you voted? You have just concluded that I support election. What am I voting for? I have not. Once I voted in my life. I am from Omambala, but I was in Abia State. I voted once for Uchoga. And that time I was just 18 years. And I was not even up to 18 years. I voted for Uchoga. And this idiot, this guy you call Uchoga, they are all in it together because he was a good guy. His policies in Abia State enticed all of us. And it triggered me because I need change. And I went out to vote. Do you know that after voting, Theodore, yes, Ahamefle Oji took that, they rigged that election in favor of Theodore. And I stopped going to vote. That was his second tenure of Theodore Oji. So I stopped going to vote because I have seen that it is no longer me. That was my first time and that is my last time of voting. Because I understood that the zoo is a charade. So coming to preach me here that I never supported election. So, so what we are doing at this moment is not foolishness. It is wisdom. It is common sense. When they come to cajole what we are doing, laugh at them because you are more. Once you know what you know, that it is truth. Don't be like the tiger. Allow the person to be a donkey, but don't be a tiger. A donkey rejoiced that he was wrong, and all he needed to be right, to be happy, was for someone to tell him that what he said is okay. That he's wrong is okay. It's okay. If you believe that you are right, then you are right. He started being happy. I said, punish the person that was right. and the tiger was punished. That is why I told you, don't become tiger. Because tiger was punished. Tiger was not punished because he was right. He was punished for being foolish enough to debate over something he already knows is true. All he needed to do was tell the donkey, you are right. If you say that the grass is blue, you are right. and the donkey will be happy. That is what so many Simon Ekpa followers want to hear. That Simon Ekpa is right. So they will be happy. They don't care whether they are wrong or right. But I'm here to tell you what you don't know. So what we do in IPOB, that we that is exactly what is expected, because every government of the world is different from their citizens. You cannot expect the government of IPOB to be like you. It means they can be ambushed in their own plan. So the displeasure that you all are getting now is exactly the displeasure that is supposed, because the government of IPOB cannot head in the same direction with its citizen. Otherwise, it means that we are predictable. So the zoo will be laying ambush on us with the feelings of all of you. Then we will use you to entice them. We will use that you are feeling to entice them. When they advance, we withdraw. And they will meet the wind. Only the wind they will meet. So if you understand what played out here, my brother, you will know that God has blessed us. All these years we have been suffering. God blessed us with leadership, with good leadership, with wisdom, people who are intelligent, to understand everything that happens in this way. When they lead like gods. They don't lead like human beings. But those people who are telling you that they are not getting it right, they want to lead you like human beings. But the DOS, they are leading you like the gods. That is why they have not been defeated in any battle. All those of them, they are all general. Once we get Biafra, all the members of the DOS, we will all give them general, all of them. They are all generals. But you don't know, because they have not been defeated in any battle. Show me one battle where the DOS have been defeated. Show me. They have not. But our enemies, our detractors, will come to confuse you, to convince you that the DOS have been defeated in battle. They have never been, and they can never be, because they understand what Nigeria is. They understand where to get. You know, when you learn a country, that is why when they tell you that you cannot defeat, no government of the world defeats its citizens. Because the citizen knows the government and knows if they do this, what the reaction of the government will be. But the government does not know the citizens. Ugonna Nnadi. Is it my own brain, my brother? Is it my own brain that makes African people poor? So, because the government, do you know that we know the zoo government and we can predict them? But the zoo cannot predict us, because we are their citizens and they don't know what is in us. But we know what is in the zoo. We know the thing we can do now and we know their reaction. But they don't know us. That is why you cannot defeat us. You can never defeat your own citizen. When Nnamdi Kanu makes that statement, he has weighed all the options. You know that everything, why it sounds like everything that Nnamdi Kanu says, when you take it up and bring it down, it will still be truth and it will still happen as he said it. It's because he will weigh the negative side and the positive side. He will imagine it and know the outcome. So when he talks, he tells you exactly the result. That is why Nnamdi Kanu is a God sent. When he speaks like a God. Because when he told that there is no way you can defeat your own citizens, it's impossible. Because the citizen knows you as the government. I know that when I shoot at a person, I have problem with the government. You understand? But the government doesn't know what it will do to me. He doesn't know everything he will do to me that will make me to fight them. And if I come to fight them, how I am going to engage them. That is the... No. Must go on with you. Okay, good. So when we are talking like this, we want to carry you along. All of you who are on social media confused, I want to advise all of you, please learn to follow those who knows what we are doing. Anybody who is castigating the DOS now, know that the person doesn't know what we are doing. So either you unfollow them or you try to correct them. But if they claim that they are intelligent, they know what they are doing, you unfollow the person and follow those who knows where we are going. Because I know that why the social media is buzzing like this is because I know that all of you are scavenging for information to hear positive news from what we are doing. And then it is the duty of the government to recruit, to be giving you that positive news you want to hear, even though it is fake. But when you hear it, you will think that they are right, because they want to just make you happy. their own reaction and their comment is based on what you say, on your emotion, because they want to make sure that they maintain your emotion and they make you feel happy in your emotion, whether you are right or wrong. But the difference between the IPOB leadership is from them is that IPOB don't care whether your emotion is affected or not, because they want to carry you along. They tell you when they come and they tell you when they go, because you are our soldiers, you are our military, you are our men, and we need you. So we cannot lie to you. The only people that don't need you are those who are lying to you. If you believe in what they tell you, it is of no use to them. If you don't believe it, it is of no use to them, because they cannot tell you what to do, despite the fact you are listening to him so much. But he commanded you to sit at home. Did you sit at home? You did not. So they don't need you. But all they will come to do is to make you feel that they need you. But they don't. Those who you are listening to, they don't need you, because they cannot control you. They can only need you when they can control you. When they can tell you go. When they can tell you go, you go. You tell you stop, you stop. Then they can be able to, they will need you. But now that they don't need you, they don't care. What they want to do is to make sure that they make themselves relevant. Therefore, giving you the informations and telling you the things you want to hear to feel happy and jubilate and celebrate them. But I come here only to tell you exactly how it is. That is the difference between me and them. It doesn't matter what you say or what you feel. What will happen will happen. We did not say that they cannot sabotage us on this roundtable issue of it. It can go wrong, it can go right. But we are not all out. We are already down. We are not fearing fall. When they sabotage us, we continue. If they give us what we are demanding, we still go do what? Continue. So we are going, we are on the march. Whatever they do, we are on the march. So why would someone give you a false information that we have retreated, we have surrendered, we have surrendered? Look, look, the game that people are playing with your mind cannot help us in this agitation, because what they are banking on is your reaction. If you come today to start shouting, we want DOS, we love DOS, we love DOS on their platform, watch their next message. If you think I'm lying to you, all of you unite who are supporting Simon Hepburn. Fake it that you want DOS, that you love DOS, you love DOS. The next, or if you did not hear this my message, if someone did not hear this my message, the next broadcast, it will start coming back to the position of the DOS. That's how you know that he's working with your own emotions. He's not working with what is on ground, with reality, making you to feel happy. He told you that the governors, the post is still there, that the candidates in Anambra State cannot be allowed, even after the DOS called off the sit at home. That is why I pick it up. He said that the governors, the candidates in Anambra cannot even be allowed we cannot allow them to go and vote for themselves. You shared him, you loved, many of you loved that comment. Many of you told him, continue, you are doing a good job, you are this, you are that. Because that was what you wanted to hear. And you wanted it to happen. But he promised you that, knowing that he could not deliver on that. He just gave it to you based on working on your mind, knowing exactly what you want, and when you want it, and how you want it. He used it to cut you off and get your happiness. Get you happy. Make the foolish man happy in their foolish ways. And move on. Then, I ask you now, after you loved him, after you liked him, after you praised him, after you tell him that he is second in command, after you told him that they should hand him over Radio Biafra, come back now. The reality on ground, the governors, the candidates or gubernatorial candidates in Anambra vote for themselves yesterday or not. If they voted for themselves, does it not mean to you that this person lied to you and told you exactly that you falsely liked and loved what he said? It means you are not supposed to like that, because he was not going to deliver. That is promise, he failed. He knew that he doesn't have capacity to do exactly what he said. But he knows that when he say it, you will like it. That is called reacting to people's emotions and their belief on what is happening. We are not like that in IPOB. We don't massage you. If you behave like an idiot today, we talk to you like an idiot. We don't massage fools who don't reason very well. Those are Nnamdi Kanu's words. For you to know that some women in America were paying a lot of money in IPOB. They think that confers on them to wade an inconsiderable clout in IPOB, for them to begin to dish out orders, thinking that because they pay money, we cannot joke with them. Wrong. 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 If you pay money to IPOB, allow IPOB to use the money to do the job. You did not buy IPOB over. You contributed that money for us to go and get Biafra. But if you stand against that thing you contributed that money for us to go and get, we will boot you. Because what we need is Biafra, not that your money. If that your money can get you Biafra, take it. Don't give it to IPOB. Go and get Biafra with that your money. And let us see how far it will take you. That is how IPOB is structured. Even if you like, give IPOB $1 trillion. Do you know the amount? $1 trillion. You cannot tell IPOB how to go about their freedom. Otherwise, that money you give us is bribery now. If you tell us to stop, we stop. If you tell us to move, we move. That is what many of you that give money to IPOB thinks. And how they buy you off on social media. Many of my comrades on social media. Let me tell you the tactics they used to buy you off on social media as well. When you are broadcasting. As they did to Nsema, the guy that is talking rubbish. If you listen to that one, you know that he is a stark illiterate. Stark, compound illiterate. Now, when they call you on phone, they tell you that what you are doing on social media is very good. That you are doing a wonderful job. That you are pushing the struggle forward. That they love your job. For you to continue and never run out of data. In pushing the gospel of Biafra and gospel of restoration of Biafra, that they will send you money for you to keep on doing the job for restoration of Biafra. In your heart, you think that a Biafran genuinely giving you money to be able to support what we are doing because they want Biafra, as you that is preaching want Biafra. You will receive that money. You will be talking because someone is supporting you to make sure that the gospel of Biafra is not extinguished or does not stop. Then you will take the money, pocket it, and then you will recharge your data. You'll be talking. Tomorrow or next week or next 2 weeks, the person will call you on phone and tell you, do you know that China Samoru or DOS? Because I think that is the only name of a person, a DOS member that they are so conversant with. This person is corrupt. There was something he said the other day. I did not like it. He sounded like someone that has collected money. I think this guy is corrupt too. He is corrupt. I think he is compromised. Biafra should know the truth because I don't understand him anymore. And he will cut to the call. Pim. He will use his Facebook to type. This person has taken money. This person has taken money. Because he gave you money, you will think that he's saying that because he wants Biafra to come. Then that thing he told you is mind conditioning. The next day he will copy one voice note, the part where you did not even know the aspect where the conversation was headed, how it started, and where it is going. They will copy the part they want you to listen. You listen to it. You will come on your platform. You start telling the whole world that this person is corrupt. This person has taken money. He has compromised. He's a saboteur. He's this. He's that. You are shouting on social media. You don't know that that money they gave you for data they have bought you. They just bought you. You have sabotaged without you knowing it. That money you said that you can never take bribe. You have taken bribe, but you did not know it. And when I see such reasoning, I begin to change my reasoning and begin to think outside the box. And I was able to decode that this actually what is happening. That is why they get some people on social media talking rubbish, defending what they don't know, saying what they don't know. How can you come into a case you didn't know how it started? You begin to judge the case. You begin to pass judgment. You have not heard from the second party. You only heard from the first party. And the first party is always made to condition the story on how you will give him a, an advantage judgment. You will make a judgment that will, vindicate him. That is how people tell their own story. When I want to tell you what happened between I and someone now, I will be the boss. I will be the actor in it. The second person will be the boss. Everything he will do will be wrong because I will be right. That is how people tell stories. That is why it's important for you to hear from first person and second person. But you did not hear from that person he has accused. He has accused. You don't know whether they had personal or a problem together. But he wants to turn you against the person. Then they will condition the story in a way that will suit you for you to believe them. You rush to your page. You begin to talk because more people listen to you. You don't know that you are sabotaging the struggle. It is called, that was what Mandela said, that your enemy must not be my enemy. That we are friends, your enemy must not be my enemy. Because the reason why both of you became an enemy might be the reason why I and the person became friends. You see? So when some people come to make their enemy to become your own enemy, you must learn from that. You must understand the game. And you exonerate yourself. Because mental toughness in quest for freedom. That is my name on my write-up on my bio on Twitter. In quest for freedom. Mental toughness is the key. And you should beware of war propagandas. Even when you are winning, your enemy, your opponent, he will be the one that is shouting that is winning you. Even when you are winning. It is called war propaganda. Giving the Fulanis false hope that they are winning, even when Fulani is losing. So that Fulani can continue in their foolishness. What he's telling the Fulanis is that they still have hope to defeat IPOB. That is what Simon Ekpa is doing right now. Giving the Fulani signal that they still have hope to fight on. That Fulani has given up. Because Fulani has given up. But Simon is the one telling them that they should keep on fighting. That the Biafrans, he can still confuse you to think that you have not won. So that you can make mistake and the Fulani will now seize opportunity. And they can still, make the ground level. That is exactly what is playing out. And why I have come here to tell you is because in my own quiet time, I engage my brain to think. In your own quiet time, you might be using it to dabble into gossips of Simon Ekpa and lies, fake exposition that he's doing. It is not fake because when he will title it, he has never told you dissecting DOS, addressing this social person, addressing social person. But he is too deceptive even in his caption. Just like my caption, everything I captioned here is what I'm discussing. But once Simon Ekpa wants to tarnish the image of DOS, do you know what you do? He will tell you that he's exposing one Fulani man in the middle of that discussion. What we make up the conversation will be tarnishing the image, blackmailing the DOS. That is even deception. You have not decoded that one yet, but you are his follower. But I'm not his follower, but I have decoded that one. That means your brain is not working. You are not fit for purpose, even in your own field. You think you are a media warrior, defending Simon Ekpa. You are failing too. That is why, when I talk to you, I don't care about your emotion or your feeling. Many people were unfollowing me when I started preaching this thing. Many were unfollowing me. But they were regaining their senses and coming back to understand. Chinom Sok. Leave Simon Ekpa alone. Stop all this nonsense. Good. Did you see my caption? What is our agenda this year? Chinom Sok, you did not know our agenda this year. Leaving Simon Ekpa is like telling us to leave Fulani. Because Simon Ekpa is more potent against what we are doing in fighting this battle with us. The only reason why you are confused now is because the Fulani was able to install someone like Simon Ekpa to confuse you. So Fulani cannot confuse you now. Sin on Sok, because you have already seen Fulani as an enemy. So what they have to do is to install a proxy, a person that will pretend like you, that bear the same name with you, that come from where you come. And then the person talk, you listen to him. Because you cannot listen to Fulani. And then the Fulani has upper hand once you are listening to him. But you don't know that. Because you don't know what strategies. DOS are compromised. Show me receipts where they used to take money. Because compromise simply means payment. They have been settled. Paid. Give me receipt and I'll believe you. Give me the receipt. Otherwise, you are talking like a person that is mind controlled, mind conditioned, gossip, attracted, and you know, you are only attracted to gossip. When you go to social media, you begin to listen to gossip and what the idiots are saying. And when they say it, you think you are making sense. You are not making sense. When you hear them gasp, talking nonsense. I had to delete my viral video where I talked about Simon Ekpa because that video, I listened to it again. It was so revealing. I had to delete it. Because it's not about my point. It's not for me to make myself that what I know. Nobody told me to delete it, but I listened to it. I heard that it is so revealing. I had to delete it. It is not for me to make myself that I am important. No. It's for me to put you through, to put you right. For you to know that the thing that this idiot is telling you, that we have already thought along that line. But we know a better way to galvanize and achieve a better result. You are there talking nonsense, shouting, hitting your head on the wall to defend the saboteur. Don't you know that? Okay, that reminds me of this topic. You know that many of you don't know the meaning of sabotage. When you hear sabotage, you think that the person must be called by Dave Umai to pay him money, to recruit him, before you begin to talk. Sabotage simply means you and I agree on something. Along the line, you say I'm using a fake account. Mobo Julius saying in there. You said I'm using a fake account. This is not a fake account, my brother. So along the line, you and I we agree that we are going to do this. Along the line, as we are going, what did you do? You turn around and said no, that we are no longer going to go around this place. But you cannot tell me that you have stopped following me in that my direction. Instead, you started doing things that will make me not to get to that destination. That is what is called sabotage. We agree that this is the pace, this is how we are going to go. This is the way we are going to go, that we are going to go to this place peacefully. Along the line, you discovered that we should, we should use violence to get to where we are going. And because I am not following, I did not discover that way with you, and I don't believe in that you are aware of violence to get to where we are going. Then you started kicking against me, getting there without violence. That is what is called sabotage. I'm just giving you a simple illustration. It does not mean that you are going to get paid. Envy, your selfish reason. Your selfish reason, you are envy. Okay, Mobo. Your selfish reason, you are envy. Your inability to understand. When you are confused, you can become a saboteur. These are the three things. That is why we are concerning ourselves now with those IPOB members who can be confused in this moment. Because they are the people who can be recruited to fight against what we are fighting. Are the most willing tools for such job. When I tell you these things, I say it because I have seen it happen. And I'm seeing it about to repeat itself. And I don't want it to continue. I don't want it to linger. I have to expose that thing so that to arm you with the truth and wisdom, to guide you of how to circumvent this moment in this situation. Thank you, Simon McNayo. That is exactly what we are talking about. why I'm telling you these things is for you to get more wisdom. I'm not saying it for you to believe me, but get more wisdom. Once you get more wisdom, it will be able to guide you. This guy that called me RX Don, I'm a madman. Now, he has not heard my message. He has not known what I'm talking about. But he has come to display that ignorance and stupidity because he has not heard me tell him that he is right in his wrong, for him to feel like that foolish donkey that was celebrating that people validated him. People told him, if you believe that what you know is true, that what you know, that grass is blue, if you believe that it is blue, then you are right. You want me to say that he is right so that he can be jumping up. He is happy. Simon Ekpa is the leader. What has he achieved? What made you to call him a leader? Where has he led you from? Where to where? Nowhere. But those who have led you from one situation to the other, from one problem to other, and catapulted us onto this greatest height we are in now, you say that they are no longer leading you. Is that not stupidity? So when you see this type of mentality, you begin to see foolishness in it. Leader Simon Ekpa is not a saboteur. Simon Ekpa is a saboteur, my brother. And he has also turned you, he has recruited you to also be a saboteur. If someone, look at how you are behaving. You are the saboteur now as you are behaving like this. You are sabotaging the people that led you to this moment. Because you think you have seen someone that knows it better. But the person you think knows it better has never led you to anywhere before. Tell me, where has Simon Ekpa led you from where to where before? Tell me, which problem, where has Simon Ekpa led you ever before, from somewhere to somewhere? Yes, it's time we start killing ourselves. My people everywhere. And the people that are going to get killed are people like you. Because you don't have common sense. And people like you are the ones that they will always catch up with this type of problems and confusion that Simon Ekpa have created in your mind. Okay, good. Mobo. You people sell our leader for money. You see me when I talk now. You see I sold my leader. When I talk, you say I sold our leader. If I sold Nnamdi Kanu, I will be doing exactly what Simon Ekpa is doing now. Simon Ekpa is sabotaging the effort of releasing Nnamdi Kanu. If I'm the one that sold Nnamdi Kanu, I will be sabotaging Nnamdi Kanu. In your quest to find out who sold Nnamdi Kanu, that was why you divided IPOB house and created confusion. If you find out who sold Nnamdi Kanu, have you freed Nnamdi Kanu? The answer is no. So you are only sabotaging. So I will count you as those who are sabotaging Nnamdi Kanu. That is how we reason. If you find out that it is me, okay, now I am the person that sabotaged Nnamdi Kanu, as you said. Has it freed our leader? Has it freed Mazen? The answer is no. The only thing you will do is that some people will believe this thing you said now, and some will not believe it. And because you have sown a seed of doubt in the hearts of people, you will. Thank you, Kevin Ifani. Because you have given a doubt to some people who don't understand what happened, then they will stop giving their 100% support. Before all this rubbish that Simon Ekpa is doing, do you know that when we called for a protest across the globe, that non-IPOB members, they joined, many people protested. But when Simon Ekpa started lying to them and blackmailing the leadership of IPOB, it started reducing it. It now became only for IPOB family members. That is called sabotage. Simon Ekpa is sabotaging the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu. But you don't want to believe it. You don't want to reason along that line because you want to be right and you are wrong. You want to become the donkey. Be the donkey, but I don't want to be the lion. I don't want to argue with you. Because if I become the lion, I will be the one to be punished. You are wrong, but they will punish me. They are not punishing me because I am right. I am wrong in this thing. But I should not have engaged in argument with you. So for you to be happy, you are right, so that you can jubilate. So tell me, you have not answered me. That guy that said Simon Ekpa is his leader. You have not answered me. From which stage did Simon Ekpa lead you, and to which stage did he lead you ever before that made you call him a leader? Someone has not led you, but people who have led you to this height are the ones you are cajoling and abusing. Is that no height of idiocy? Show me one place where Simon Ekpa has led you from this place to this place. Show me one. But because you are fake, you are unreasonable, you want me to massage your stupid emotions, that is why you believe that Simon Ekpa is a leader. You have not also answered me why the candidates, the gubernatorial candidates in Anambra State, still casted their own votes when Simon Ekpa said that they cannot cast it. You have not answered me why. Because he's the leader now. He has given an order for the candidates not to cast their vote. Please, we should stop getting attached. Monday, sit at home. You useless people, cancel it. You see where you are taking us to. You are living in the past. That means you are living in denial. I don't respond to such gossip. I want you to put your useless number here. My number is there now. Go back to my page. Go back to my page. But if you call me now, it will interrupt my broadcast. So it's not about my number. If I put my number now, you cannot say something that makes sense. You are not going to make sense. I know for sure. But I'm going to give you my number for you to call in to educate me, for me to know that thing. For me to know that thing that you know better than I do. Yeah, my brother Kevin, fine. I know that they are confused. They are stray people. They are the ones that are confused. They just want to believe that their illusions are right. They just want us to validate that their illusions are true. They know that they are wrong, but they want to know why. The inquisitive minds are the people that we came for. And when they are able to know the truth, they will deviate from their wrongdoings. So let me get a number for you. When I get the number, I post it, and then you can call me there. Because I want to know why you said that Simon Ekpa is a leader. I am inquisitive. I am very much inquisitive and firm. And I am firm in my belief that Simon Ekpa is your leader. But please convince me that Simon Ekpa is your leader. That's all I'm asking. Convince me that your leader, Simon Ekpa, is better than the DOS. And I will support you. 7564747191719. All right. Once you convince me, my brother, I will support you in everything you do. Because in everything you say. Because we are here to learn from each other. But one thing is certain. I know that you are not going to convince me. Because you don't have facts. You are dealing with character assassination and all of that. So when you begin to make all these kind of claims, I begin to see you as someone who doesn't really understand the importance of our agitation. All those of them who are airing that idiot, who are viewing their profile, who are, making their broadcast popular, go far on their own page. Those people are people who have sold out. They are just waiting for an opportunity to validate us in our position that they are all sellouts. Doesn't matter who they are. Once they come out on social media to begin to talk, please know that they are all fake followers of Nnamdi Kanu. They are all fake. They have come to make you think that what we are saying is a lie. All those people, doesn't matter the name they bear, all of them, I know all of them. I know all of them who are faking their support for what we are doing in IPOB. But I will not talk. I know all of you. I want to post my number. There is one guy that requested for it. It does not mean that I'm not listening to what you're saying. I'm listening to what you're saying. So convince me why Simon Ekpa is better than what we're doing. Because I am curious. I am curious. I want to know that strategy that will win us what we want. But the DOS are not deploying it. The DOS are not deploying that strategy. So tell us, you have seen that number now, right? Let me pin it. So this is the number. You can call me now and tell me that thing that you were saying, because I don't like people who are not straight forward thinking. When you come on our page, we don't discuss things that will suit you to make you. That is the bitter truth we are saying. The internal cleansing continues. The social media is a tool where we use to disseminate information to bring people into what we are doing. The enemy became crafty enough to install someone who will start taking advantage of the social media to divert your attention. Our job will then change because we are not static in our position now. So you are telling us that what the zoo need to do is to change their strategy, bring someone on social media, and then all of us will be focused on what we are doing while they are taking us over. Do you know that media is our strength? So that is why I cannot stop saying what I'm saying. Because what I'm saying is fact. All this while you have been telling me, where is your number? Where is this? Where is that? I have pinned my number now. For over 2 minutes now, you have not called. Because you don't have any reason. You were thinking that once you call number, I will run away. I am armed with the truth. You were armed with lies. That's why I am confident that if I give you my number, you cannot change what is. Because it's already there. So please, my brother, that guy that requested for my number, if you have any cogent thing to tell me, or anything you know that is better than what we are doing, I have posted my number for you. Call me and tell me exactly that thing you think that we are not getting right. That if we do it like this, then we'll get it right. Or why I should see Simon Ekpa as my leader, like you have intelligently done. So you cannot do it. So therefore support the DOS. Because what you are constituting now is nuisance. You know that you cannot change the hand of time. Simon Ekpa that is telling you he is an inconsequential person, whether he supports or not. Whether he is in or out, we are marching forward. So when he comes to give you the first impression that he has a high hand, he has an upper hand in what we are doing, it means you don't understand how we are rolling. It means you don't understand how we are rolling. And I am so pleased to see that there are many people who are waking up. Even people who praised Simon Ekpa. I also praised him. But he changed. I changed. Because we don't have a permanent position now. When we are following, you change, we change. You stop, we stop. That's how we are. So you don't come to tell us because all of you that are praising Simon Ekpa, you don't because he did good in the past. You come here now. DOS are pretending, fighting for the release of our leader, Mazina, Excellency Master. Why are they busy doing their business with the blood of our innocent youth? God will judge you all. Listen. Simon Ekpa is not pretending. Let him show us what he has done that is superior to what the DOS have done to free Nnamdi Kanu. Show me one thing that Simon Ekpa has done that is superior to what the DOS has done to free Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you so much, Raphael Adolf. Adolf Hitler. Raphael Adolf. I want you to know that people are waking up. And our people are not fools, you know. Why they are listening to you does not mean that they are fools. They listen to you because they want to understand that thing that we are saying. All this while, when we started complaining about Simon Ekpa, more people started listening to him because they want to confirm if our suspicions are true. And they are confirming it. So how do you think that you can win? You ended yourself that day you started fighting against what we are fighting for. thinking that people will not detect. Before now, super chat, if someone like say open his platform, only Biafra music he will play. Everybody will be giving him super chat, super chat, super chat, super chat. All those people have retreated. Have you asked yourself, why have they stopped donating that super chat? Is it also me that is stopping them? No, not me. But because they have seen that the direction they are headed is not where you are headed. Some people are pissed off with what I'm saying now. Not because they support what Simon Ekpa is doing, but because they want me to say a different thing. They already know what Simon is, but they expect to hear another thing from me. But they forget that there are people who are towing the line of Simon Ekpa. And those people can be recruited and they will become more dangerous in our struggle than the external people. That's why you first fight the internal enemies before you face the external. Because when you move out to go and fight your external enemies, your backside is open. All they need to do is to pull a dagger remove sword from the sheath and, pierce it at your back and you are dead. They are more dangerous. But the person coming from you cannot pierce dagger in you when you are armed. At least you put up a fight. Is it getting in? So we should be able to understand and know why I'm doing what I'm doing. The reason why I'm doing what I'm doing now is what I'm explaining to you now. You think that leaving Simon Ekpa will make us to go and get Biafra and focus. We can never focus because it's dividing our house and creating confusion, sowing doubt in the hearts of people who are not firmly rooted into what we are doing. And I cannot allow it, no matter how much you hate it. I cannot allow it because I know where I am coming from and I know where we are headed. So don't come to make people think that you are brilliant, you are intelligent, you know what we are doing. We don't know what we are doing, but you do know, and we are fools. You are the angel. You have made us the demons and yourself the angel. We agree. But please, use your common sense to understand that we are not fighting ourselves. Instead, we are separating ourselves. We are separating ourselves from those who have come to harm us. What I'm doing now is to protect you from the wrong information that will lead you astray or to grave. I'm a savior for you that is defending Simon Ekpa, but not for those who already know what Simon Ekpa is. So that is why I understand there are some people who are pissed with me because they already understand Simon Ekpa and they assume that I should move on. But I don't do that. Others are moving on. There are other departments in IPOB that are moving on. What I'm saying now did not pause IPOB movement and our agitation. It did not. That is the mistake that a lot of you make. What I'm saying now did not pause what we are doing to get Biafra. Others are in their department doing exactly what will get us Biafra. This is my own department. I am also contributing in one way or the other. After all, in a car, you don't just have tire. You have tire, you have wheel, you have spoke, you have steering. All of them work together to be able to deliver the result of conveying you from one point to the other. That is why when I am here to talk, I'm not talking because I want it to sound nice to you. I want you to know that you are important in this struggle. That is why they are passing wrong information to you, so that you will stop being important. You will stop knowing your own contribution. You stop doing your own job to do the job of our enemies, to fight the DOS, so that they will win us. But we cannot allow you to become that foolish. Because if they tell you that the DOS are not getting it right, let them show us the result of their own method they applied that yielded result. Before, even Nnamdi Kanu told you that before I can drop the one I'm holding in hand, give me another one now. Give me the one I will hold. Telling me to drop the one I'm holding when you have not given me another one is scamming me, trying to scam me. They want to scam us, the DOS. They want us to lose the DOS. That's what they want to do. Otherwise, give us another thing that will be more tangible, more reasonable than the one you already gave us. And you will see us do miracles with you. But you did not. Instead, you came to tell us that we should abandon those who have led us far. to follow you without any evidence. All of you telling us that Simon Ekpa is a good leader. Show me from where and where has he ever led any Biafran agitation and led them to where to make you see that he is a leader. Simon Ekpa is a leader, putting all of us through and opening your secrets. You see, when he lies and gossips to you, you say he's opening secrets. But when I expose him, you call me name. Is that not hypocrisy and selective reasoning? Namsok, my dear brother, call me on radio. Call me on phone if you think that you have more intelligent things to tell me. If you are not a mischief maker, call me on the phone and educate me. Put me through. I'm not intelligent. I'm not smart. You are more smart than I am. So call me on the phone and tell me what I should do, what we should do better than what the DOS is doing, and what you know that I don't know. Because that is the language of Simon Ekpa. What you don't know is bigger than you. That what you don't know is bigger than you is you don't know the kind of Fulani people he has, and he's bigger than you. You don't know the contact he has with the federal government of the zoo. It is bigger than you. Because you cannot know, Simon Ekpa cannot open secret of IPOB because he's not a member of IPOB. He has no secret. Nothing. If he has, when will he be more bitter than now? Let him expose it now. He is bitter than angered, yes. So where is that secret that he has that will make him that will validate his claim? He doesn't have it. He has none. You think IPOB is a place where you come to someone that does not hold any position in IPOB? An information, a secret that Uchemefo, who was second in command, did not have and did not expose to you, is what Simon Ekpa told you that he has, and you believe it. And the ones he told you he can do, he did not do it. He could not do it, and you are still hoping on the one you know that is a whitewashing you. You know that many of you thought that we in the IPOB are the ones who were brainwashed all this while. But you never knew that you were actually the one who were brainwashed. Now you are beginning to see that we are just coming back to our root. You were living in the denial that the zoo has better thing to offer you. But we told you that it does not have something to offer you. You said we are brainwashed. Stop trying to deceive us. Nothing will make us follow the DOS again. You never followed the DOS. Take it to the moon and back. You never followed the DOS before. All this your game, we know also, Nomsok. I know this your type of game. You never followed the DOS before. You have been against the DOS. So now is for you to win more people to support you in your charade, in your fake feeling. You pretend that you never followed the DOS, as if you ever followed them. We know you now. You never followed them because you have been accusing and abusing them. If you followed them, you would have known why they did what they did. That was how I knew that you never followed them. You have been against them. Because those women recruited you. You listen to a lot of gossips. And that lot of gossips you listen to have knocked you off the chart. Because what they use, the content of their gossip is exactly what you want to believe and what you want to hear. Because you are the person you are a Thomas. You are a doubting Thomas. And they are taking advantage of that you are shortcoming. So now, Simon Ekpa is exploiting you at this moment. You cannot love Nnamdi Kanu and love Simon Ekpa because Simon Ekpa is fighting against Nnamdi Kanu. But you don't know it, but I know it. Fortunately enough for you. So I have to educate you because I am empathic enough to educate you, to arm you with wisdom. So you don't go out there empty-headed and go out of track without being called off by someone that knows what is happening. So that is why when I come here to educate you, Nomsok, I am not blocking your number. I know that you are badly damaged, but I want to be using your comment to educate more people because this is the mentality of people like you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. You understand everything. Otherwise, how can someone, when he wants to tell you that My brother, you have reminded me very important information I have to pass also. When he wants to pass to tell you that the DOS told him to hand over his platform, you did not know that what we told him is that you cannot have a different website for Biafra, which is enterbiafra.com. When you are coming to Radio Biafra to be broadcasting, that we have to have only one platform. When he tells you that they ask him to hand his platform, you would think is his Facebook, which is personal to him, and what is your question, Nomsok, and what is it called? This place he gets super chat, YouTube. Is not those things. He has Enter Biafra app. No, not Enter Biafra app. He has Enter Biafra online website and the news, the place he used to publish his own personal news. Those are the conditions we gave him, because you cannot claim that you're under IPOB and you have an independent Biafra agitating this thing, because IPOB have www.ipob.org is a website. There are so many websites IPOB has. It has to be under IPOB so that it does not look like insubordination. So he went out, he rushed to tell you that they want him to hand over his platform. People did not ask which platform is that. Even if you ask him now, he will tell you that it is his personal Facebook page. But I ask you, people who are IPOB members, they also have Facebook now, like me. It's not a distance. It's not his page, his Facebook page. But he can convince you that it's his Facebook page. The only thing is just that if he posts, we will leave him with his personal page. But if he posts anything that is against Biafra, he will be restricted access to that radio, because we know that he's not with us. So that is the only condition we can give him on that aspect. Just one achievement the US have accomplished since he has kidnapped His Excellency Nnamdi Kanu government. Okay, which one achievement has Simon Ekpa achieved after the kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu? You will tell me that he exposed the leaders for us. Is that what you are going to tell me? Is that an achievement? So when I am telling you all these things, then all those people who are telling you that they said hand over radio, do this, do that. Do you know that anybody hand Radio Biafra to Nnamdi Kanu? No. Not even Nnamdi Kanu can be handed over Radio Biafra to. And Simon Ekpa want to convince you that they gave an order. Which order? Nnamdi Kanu told him to go, believe that he is with him, and told him to go and sign the code of conduct of IPOB and broadcast, because he thought when they give him such position, he will be very happy. Because Nnamdi Kanu thought he is genuine now, told him go and sign the code of conduct to broadcast on Radio Biafra, because he thought that would not be a problem for him. And he said it was an order. Stupid guy. I can never log that up again. I logged it before, but I no longer log it, because I knew that once I log in, there are some change you will be getting there. He will tell you that it is costing small data, but where I am, it consumes me data very well as well. God will expose us secrets very soon. We are watching closely. You will watch forever, my brother, because there is no secret. The only thing is that Simon Ekpa conditioned you to believe that there is a secret. Our only secret is how to win the Zoom. And it's not meant for public consumption like Simon Ekpa, because he's not in the front line. Simon Ekpa can only know the secret of finance, because he's in bed with those women who we gave information on finance. And some of them have also been relieved of their duty, because what that Simon Ekpa is telling is that Nnamdi Kanu encouraged him to be doing a good job on the social media. That's why he's telling him Nnamdi Kanu gave him a special duty. Nnamdi Kanu did not give him any other special duty. It's for him to help us to dominate on social media. That was the duty Nnamdi Kanu gave him. But he betrayed Maz. And also be helping us to announce everything that we say on Radio Biafra. You should also push it to the media and use this platform to propagate it. What is your question now? Write a simple, small thing. Call me on phone now and ask me, are you afraid of talking to me? Are you a coward? Nomsok, are you a coward? Call me on phone now and ask me the question once and for all, so that the whole world can hear. Don't be a coward. I'm not a coward. And I don't fight cowards. I fight people who are brave. to confront me. You come at me, I come at you. We see who give up. All this while that we have been fighting. We are winning now. Simon Ekpa have come from nowhere to claim credit. That is what Simon Ekpa is doing to all of us. DOS, the men are fighting. Simon Ekpa is there gossiping. Listening to him is wasting your data and wasting your money, wasting your time, because he doesn't know information of what we are doing in IPOB. Yesterday I mentioned for you people you should listen to. People who know what we are doing. The information they might pass might not be sweet to you, might not be palatable to you. They are the ones that post when they kill us in our land, they post it. When they are fighting, the zoo is fighting us, they will post it. They don't condition your mind to believe that everything is win. Every time is win. Because that is what you want to hear. But we always tell you exactly what it is. When they killed the consul, Nnamdi Kanu did not hide his feeling. You understand? He came out. He showed to you that the consul was killed, and he expressed how dearly consul is to him. But all this while, the zoo will kill our people and tag them ESN. Also, we will still come and tell them that these are not ESM members, but you are killing our people. That they are not ESM members does not make them vulnerable, should not make them vulnerable, and when you kill them, IPOB will not care. We care. That is what IPOB is. And when you are our brother by name, but our enemy by action, calls himself a disciple of Nnamdi Kanu, to give you the false F-A-L-S-E, false sense of reasoning that he should be closer to Nnamdi Kanu, being the disciple. That was the name. That is the meaning of that name. But you cannot understand it. Only the wise understands it. Because the disciples of Jesus were closer to Jesus than any other people around him. So when he attached himself disciple of Nnamdi Kanu, you not knowing him very well, will assume that he is closer to Nnamdi Kanu than any other person. So when he talks, because he attached Nnamdi Kanu to every of his posts, when he talks, you think he's speaking the mind of our leader. You think he knows anything special. No, he doesn't. I know more than him. But I cannot say exactly what I know. Because I saying it to be because I want you to be listening to me and sharing my program, liking me, commenting. No, that is not my purpose. Exactly, my brother. So that is because that is not my purpose. I come here, I tell you exactly what you should, the things you need to know to guide you on how you react. I'm telling you reality. Simon Ekpa is telling you life in a movie. How to guide you on how you react to reality that is happening around you. When the DOS told you sit at home is cancelled, that is reality. But if you want to live in a movie, Simon Ekpa will tell you that sit at home is not cancelled, the election is boycotted, there will be no election, there will be no this. The candidates cannot be allowed to go and vote in themselves. We cannot allow them to do that. Did he do exactly that thing he promised you that you loved him for, you shared him up for, you praised him for? Did he do it? Did he deliver it? The answer is no. That is offense number one. That should also betray your trust. But you cannot betray your trust because you are a crazy fanatic that does not see anything wrong in what the person you are saying you are following is doing. Sit at home must continue no matter what. Yes, we support the sit at home, but officially it is lifted away from any carnage that will be. Because the only way the zoo can fight sit at home is to introduce violence. All of you witnessed NSAS. They defeated NSAS with violence. The people that NSAS came to protect started standing against NSAS, thinking that because how the zoo solved their problem. If you are in the military, you will know how the zoo solve their problem. How they solve their problem is that if they come now in our land, especially in our land, and some people killed them somewhere, what they will do is that they will come to a marketplace. They will start killing innocent people. They are not killing that innocent people, not knowing that these people did not kill them. No. They are not killing those innocent people, not knowing that those people who they are killing have nothing to do with that killing. No. But they want to get you to condemn those that killed them and help them fish them out. That is how they solve their problem. So when they killed the NSAS protesters, they got the Nigerians, people who are not mentally developed enough, they got them to condemn those who went for the protest. They started saying, if you did not go out to protest, they would not have shot at you. Instead of blaming those who went outside of rules of engagement to shoot innocent, unarmed people. That is how Nigeria wins. And the only way they can defeat our sit at home is to introduce violence in it. You that is telling me sit at home must continue. There is amount of violence you will see as a result of that sit at home. Perpetrated by the zoo, you will turn around to blame us that told you to sit at home. And the DOS exonerated ourselves, our name from that. You are staying at home. Has DOS blamed you? Did DOS shoot at you? Did DOS condemn you? Did DOS reject you? Did the DOS disown you? The answer is no. But the zoo, once the zoo commits violence in any sit at home that is called off, you will know that it is the DOS, you will no longer blame IPOB for it. That was how we defeated the zoo with that sit at home, that you are still staying at home now. And their violence is also not going to give them the effect. They want that their violence they want to foment to give them against us. They want to turn you against us, and we outsmarted them. But you living in foolishness and in denial of reality, you want to capitalize on sitting at home. You don't know that we actually saved you from from the defeat you could have suffered had we continued with this particular sit at home. And when I am educating you, when I'm lecturing you, I am telling you all these things not because whether you believe it or not is going to change anything. But I want to also tell you that I am armed in what I'm saying. If I don't know what I'm saying, I cannot be able to defend this thing that I'm saying. You have told me now that it is not true. So you are telling me it is not true now means that every killing in the East is done by IPOB. Is that what you are telling me? That those who are destroying people's properties and killing people, political assassination, is all IPOB. That is what you mean by here. Because with that sit at home, they used it to kill a lawyer in Imo State. They used it to kill a priest in Imo State. They used it to kill a lot of people. Stand by order for once. It's not true. No. Listen, Nomsok, Shinonsok. Now, the problem that you are having now, let me make my conversation in an educative manner. Let me educate you now. The problem with you now is that when we make an order, we pass that information to you. You will use it. You will use that information because you want to obey that information that we have given to you. But you don't know that if you obey that information, it will be defeating to our enemy, which is the zoo. We are still in the attack. We are still under them. I mean, the zoo is still forcing themselves on us. So what they are going to do is that they are going to swing into, strategies of how to defeat us in that, but to get you to stop, to condemn sitting at home, to stop sitting at home. So what they are going to do now is that IPOB, we have intels. And when we get intel of what they are going to do, and we see the effect of what they are going to do, how it's going to damage what we are doing, we retreat. You say stand for order for once. So if we command you that this is what we are going to do, and you get there, you saw it because you are commanded. But if you step on that milestone, you will no longer achieve that thing that you are going to. But if you had continued, you will still get to that road where had there been no milestone. But because you saw mile that if you step on it, it will explode and kill you and abort the mission there and then. We told you to retreat from that order because we did not see that miles before we ordered you. You say you must march on that milestone. That is what you're doing now. But I don't need to educate you because you can never see reason in what I'm telling you. You are just the donkey. You are the donkey. But I don't want to be the tiger. So what we want to do, what I want us to do now is to mind the kind of people we are listening to on social media. Be careful of the things you love to hear because that is where they are going to capitalize now. Your emotion and your reactions. when they get you to condemn those who are going to save you, are they going to be there to save you? The answer is no. So, the game of the enemy is to get you to hate your saviors. If the zoo, let me ask you now, if the zoo or the Igbo governors learn a means, a tactics they can deploy now to get you to hate the DOS that are thinking out a way for you to fight these people with our mercy, our what is it called, the strength of many, the people that thinks out a way for us to use the strength of our multitude to fight them. If they get you to hate the DOS, do you think that the zoo will not be happy? So Simon Ekpa is fighting the fight of the zoo. That makes him a zoo recruit to get you to hate the leaders, so that the zoo can defeat what we are doing. Say no to Simon Ekpa. That is my stand. Until further notice. Thank you from here. Goodbye for now. God bless you.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. Alright, please don't forget to leave your opinion on this on the comment section concerning this video that you just watched. What do you think about this video, guys? And please do wait to leave your comment on the comment section as well. And if you know you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do wait to click on that subscribe button. When you do subscribe, please put on the notification bell so that you will be notified anytime we post a new video. To all my returning subscribers, thank you. To my new subscribers, God bless every one of you. I do appreciate. See you next. Bye.